Well, it's been 2 weeks and we've been on target, just about, but backloads have been a nightmare. Been a real struggle to pick up backloads work. Hello again, everybody. It's David here, Amber Logistics, and it's a Thursday now. Actually, I've been a bit neglectful in posting anything at the start of the week. So it's Thursday, the 30th of January, and been a bit of an up and down week. Not bad, but backloads are sparse at the moment, I've got to say. So on Monday, we worked on Monday for my own customers, up to North Yorkshire early doors, and did a couple of drops in the kind of Midlands area, one in Swadlincote and one in Wolverhampton, and got back home in good time, and then did rehearsals with a band. Tuesday, another job from a customer, this time collecting from, where was it? Oh yeah, near Blackpool. And a good job, because you get paid to actually drive to Blackpool to pick it up. And then we had to go all the way down to Rochester or Rochester, not too sure how you pronounce it, but it was a fair old drag. And again, empty drive back, so it's a good job we get well paid, and got home about 6 p.m. Yesterday, quiet day. I'd already knew there was no work for me from my customers, and I just decided that I'll have a bit of a lie in, because I had a long day the day before, and just see what the day brings, if anything. I sat downstairs at the dining table, because my wife was off as well anyway, and we did a bit of paperwork, and then my customers rang me to do a cheeky little job from Manchester Airport to Runcorn. So I thought, well, I'll go out and do it. And then when I got out, they gave me some other work. So I then got a known cargo transfer within Manchester Airport, and then did an airline pull, as they're called, air freight that's coming in, and took that to Trafford Park, and then went home. So I was home for 1 o'clock. Not a magnificently big earning day. I had a quick glance at the CX to see if there's anything worth bidding for. It wasn't. It was really quiet. So we went home and had a chill out, and we actually watched Man City play Bruges, and they had to win, and they actually did manage to scrape a win despite going 1-0 down initially. Which leaves us today, Thursday, and I've been up to near Blackburn this morning again for my own customer, and we're going to Yeovil. We're heading down to Yeovil with some oxygen cylinders. So it's a well-paid job again, and quite frankly, if it wasn't for the work that my customer was giving me, I don't think I'd be doing very well. I know other guys who are struggling a bit at the moment, mainly working on the CX and finding it a big ask. And it is a big ask. It is the wrong time of year. I mean, it's January still. It's quiet, but it seems to get quieter every year now on the CX around this time. And then it's very, very slow picking up. But we're looking. We've got this work. This will keep us going. Again, I don't hold out much chance of a backload. I'm not going to get to Yeovil till just after 1 p.m. I've just been through the most mega traffic then. There's been a broken down vehicle on a smart motorway, of which they shut 2 lanes, which just congested everything. It's cost me about 30 minutes. We're moving now, but we've not even reached the M62 yet. I'm on the M6 going south, and I've got to go all the way down the M6 past Birmingham and then down the M5 towards Yeovil. So it just adds to the day, but we'll just relax, take our time. Sun's shining very, very brightly, although it was cold this morning. The old ice on the windscreen. But apart from that, nothing interesting going on. Just updating with those jobs. Got a gig on this Friday, so tomorrow night in Saddleworth. So I'll be working tomorrow, hopefully, but we won't be working late. Hope to finish early afternoon. If they've got anything for me, if not, I'll take my chances on the CX. And we'll be on target this week, although we won't be smashing no targets this week, but we should be on target. So for January, that is good enough for me. And then next week we've got a full week, but then the following Monday we are off because the van's booked in for a service. Now normally I have it done on a Saturday, but because it's going to have a timing belt, they can't do that on a Saturday. They want it all day. So it'll be having a service, a timing belt, possibly 2 front tyres, and possibly some brake pads on the front, because I have not put brake pads on this van since I've had it, and we're showing 92,000 miles on the clock now. So I don't think he's had a set of pads since it was first made. Because when I got this van, it only had about 6,000 or 7,000 miles on it. So it's done very well, I think, on a front set of pads. I'm not getting any warnings. And I had a peak, I turned the wheel and had a peek in, and still meat on it, but it might be due a change. So it's not going to be a cheap one, this. Probably going to be paying out the best part of 1,500 quid for everything by the time it's all done, but that's the cost of motoring, isn't it? And the van's been good in the just over 12 months I've had it. Nothing has gone, not one warning light has come up, but I have maintained it and I've kept on top of everything. So we'll see what we get tomorrow. I'll probably do a little clip on that, and then obviously we got all the next week. Well, it's actually Monday now. It's the 3rd of February, because I completely forgot to record anything on Friday. I've been a bit lax recently. So I'll tell you what happened Friday, which was not a lot. I did a job for my customers, going up to the Preston area and then taking some aircraft parts, lots of them actually, quite a van full, over to a military base in North Yorkshire, and that's all I did. I was finished early, had some stuff privately to take care of Friday afternoon, and then I did the gig on Friday night. So I've had a busy weekend, been helping my mum at a new place, and then yesterday there's some land opposite my house. I've had a tree felled by a tree surgeon so that I can build a parking area there. So I was getting some of the ground ready, so I'm pretty knackered and I'm aching. And today started again with a job for my own customer. Drive up to near Blackpool area, collect some freight, and I'm taking it all the way down to Wimborne, right on the south coast there. It's not started very well though, because I got there just after 7. I didn't get out of the place till 20 past 8. There's a big accident on the M6. They've been diverted off that, driving all around Warrington and places like that. And I finally rejoined the M6, but I don't expect to get there now till about 2:30. I have lost at least an hour and a half today. I'm not likely to pick up a backload. There is a slight chance of a backload from the same place to go back the next day, which would mean an overnight stay, but I don't think that'll be the case. I'd normally have known by now. So it's probably going to be an empty drive back. Now the job pays well, and I can afford the drive back, but I bet I'm not back till about 8 o'clock tonight. So bit of a difficult first day back, although the money will be okay. It's just one of those things. I've not done a job on the Courier exchange for at least a week and a half. Picking up backloads has been an absolute nightmare, and a lot of guys I know have hardly worked, so it's very quiet. So I'm lucky to have this. So although I'm moaning about a long drive there and a drive back empty, I'm going to be earning money, which, you know, some people aren't doing that. It is really difficult at the moment. There's no denying it. Last week I made my target. I was £40 above the target. So from that perspective, I've got to be okay with that. It's just that I've got used to going well above the target recently, and it felt as though I'd failed, but I haven't. I've made what I need to make. This week, we'll see how it goes, obviously. I'll keep you a bit more informed this week. Well, that little view there was Poole Harbour. And maybe you'd probably guess, because I'm in a hotel room, I am not going back home tonight. I'm going back home tomorrow. So the freight that I possibly could have picked up today wasn't ready. Won't be ready till 8:30 tomorrow. So my people have booked me into a hotel, and they booked me into a Premier Inn just on the water's edge at Poole. Very nice. I've been out for a nice walk where I took that little picture. And I'm going into the restaurant at 6 o'clock for something to eat. And then I'm going to come back, do a bit of paperwork, I think. Have a shower and just chill out. And I'll get some breakfast in the morning, pick up my freight, and then drive back up to near Blackpool and drop it off. And hopefully be home mid-afternoon. So very profitable couple of days this will be. And no wasted fuel, of course, because I've driven all the way down and I'm getting paid to drive all the way back as well. All at full rate. So the first couple of days I've got off to a cracking start. That'll be it for me tomorrow. And then we'll see what it brings later on in the week. So you're not catching me complaining at the moment. So it's Wednesday now. Wednesday the 5th. And I took that one home yesterday, which was great, getting that backload off my existing customers with the overnight stay. So no wasted miles and a full paid journey back up to my end. Today, another job for my own customers. Picked up this morning again up towards the Blackpool area. Bit of a delay though this morning, unfortunately, because the freight is classed as hazardous. It's got oxygen tanks in it, and it wasn't packed when I got there. And because of the nature of the goods and the hazardous load, they have to have a qualified person to pack it properly. So I had to wait while someone on the big, it's a massive site, it's got an airfield on it. I had to come over from the other side to pack it because it hadn't been packed the night before. So I had to wait this morning for about an hour and 10 minutes. So I got away a bit later than I'd like, and I've gone down to Sudbury. Delivered in Sudbury, and now I'm on my way back. Absolutely no work there to bring me back up. I'm on the A1 now near Peterborough. I had the feed on, but there's nothing going north. And to be honest with you, I'm finding getting backloads a struggle at the moment, a real struggle. Because that's all really I'm using the CX for at the moment, and it's not doing its job, to be honest with you. I've renewed my bloody CX as well, and I've hardly used it since I've renewed it. So it's been a bit of a waste of money. Yes, I know it's a quiet time of year, but we're in February now. And it is supposed to be a backload site, isn't it? But it ain't working for me at the moment. Now, fortunately, I get well paid off these jobs. So not getting a backload is not the end of the world. And I still make a good day's money out of doing a job like this, even with the wasted miles and the journey home. So I'm doing all right. I'd hate to be just on the CX alone. I don't know how anybody else is doing, to be honest with you. Obviously, I keep in touch with a few people that I know, and some people are really struggling at the moment to find regular work. The ones who are doing okay tend to have their own direct engagements and pick up work CX now and again. Struggle in a bubble for people in this industry as a whole at the moment. It's tough going. I'm lucky, picking up work, doing okay, and again I'm on target this week. and I probably expect to be on target. Next week it's a 4-day week for me because the van goes in on Monday and it's going in for a service and a timing bell, so they can't do that on a Saturday. They want it all day on Monday, so it's a day off. So the wife and I are gonna bugger off for a night or two. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the van in on Saturday, leave it with them, and pick it up Monday tea time after it's been done. I've asked them to check the brakes as well. I will ask them to check the brakes because at 90,000 miles it's still on the same pads. I got a feeling they're going to be due. Although it's no warnings coming up on my dashboard. And there's a couple other things that I might get them to check over. There's nothing wrong with it, but a pal of mine has said that they recommend that you change the glow plugs at 100,000 miles on these vans. So I might get them to put a new set of glow plugs on it since it's in. Either way, it'll be a nice tasty bill for me when I pick it up. But I have budgeted for it, the money's all there for it. And the idea is prevention better than cure. Let's keep her sweet and let's keep her running well. So we've got the rest of the week to go, and I'll let you know how that went further down the video. Well, it's Friday now. It is Friday, and I think it's the 7th. I've lost track. And I had no work this morning from my own people, but I did yesterday. But that picture you've just seen is what I'm carrying now, which is an IBC of formaldehyde. Not very pleasant stuff unless you're into preserving bodies. And I'm taking this to a farm in the Peak District, but I've got good money for it, and I've got it off the CX. Yesterday, I worked for my people. I did a job picking up from up near Blackpool, from one of the regular places. Good paying job because you get paid to go there and pick it up. And then I ended up in Sudbury. And again, could not get a backload at all. And that's becoming a recurring theme at the moment. I'm struggling to pick up backloads. But fortunately, once again, it pays enough for me to go back empty. But how better it would be if I could get a backload. But I really am struggling. They had no work for me today. So I picked this work up off the CX. And this is the first CX job in a couple of weeks I've done. I got this from a shipper who I've done a lot of work for. I put a strong bid in for it because of where it's going, to the Peak District. So although in miles, not massive distance in terms of inconvenience, it can be, and the likelihood is not going to get a job at the Peak District and have to make my way down half an hour or so towards Stockport. I will try and get another job this afternoon, but I'm not bothered because I'm over target for the week and I am over target for the 2 weeks. So I really have no complaints from that department. The only disappointments I've got is the lack of backloads. But there's nothing I can do. If the work isn't there, the work isn't there. And what is there is going for so cheap that, quite frankly, I would rather drive home empty. You got to bid so low. It's ridiculous. So never mind. Things can only get better. As long as I stay on or over target, I really don't have an issue. I'm not working Monday because, as I said, the van's going in for quite a bit of work. All maintenance work, nothing that needs repairing. So I'll be taking Monday off and then back at it again on the Tuesday. I did say about other channels that you can watch, because obviously I don't have a lot of CX content anymore because I don't do a lot of it. I'll tell you when I do CX work, like today, but I'm not day in, day out working on the CX. So if you want to find out about CX, and there is a new channel out there called Andy and his Van, and I quite like it. He's a very down-to-earth, straightforward guy. His videos are very brief, but they are very informative and helpful. So I think he's worth tuning into. That's Andy and his Van. And of course, you've still got the Saintsman, who's been with us forever. He's back from his holiday, and he's back working. And of course, he works a lot on the CX. He has a few direct contacts, but he still does a lot of CX work. So those two channels are worth checking out, in my opinion. Judge it for yourself, see what you think. I hope you all have a great weekend. Any comments you've got, put them in the comments. How are you all doing? Let us know what you're doing at the moment. Are you on the CX and struggling? Are you mainly working with your own customers? How's it going? Are you thinking of packing it in? Are you sticking with it? Are you doing really well? Please put your comments on. Other people can read them and other people can take information from them. Have a good one. Catch you all soon. Thanks for watching.